Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another Walking Dead discussion topic. This is going to be on what happened to Beth. So yeah, and before I actually begin, this may contain some spoilers. Due to the fact that most of the things I'm going to be talking about is mostly directed more towards the second half of season 4. So if you guys haven't caught up, I recommend you do catch up. So yeah, so spoiler warning, 10 seconds as usual. Starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. If you haven't caught up on The Walking Dead yet, or at least the second half of season 4 at the very least, well, sorry about that. Don't complain down in the comments below. Or be messaging me that never gave you a fair warning, because I did. So yeah. So yeah, Beth, when she escaped from prison, she was with Daryl, okay, and we haven't really seen her since Alone, the episode Alone. Um, so yeah, now I actually did do a discussion topic very similar to this one. It was who could have possibly kidnapped Beth. Annotations are here. Um, for those who want to check it out. Um, so there are a few hints as to what happened to Beth, besides having been kidnapped. Like where is she? What possibly could have happened to her? Um, so yeah, I mean, I've I've gotten a few clues as to where she may have been and what basically happened to her. The basics from Alone is that before she actually went missing, her last words were "I won't leave you" to Daryl, and Daryl just told her, to get your shit and just wait for me outside, whatever. Once Daryl finally is out of the house, they were in the morgue. You see this backpack with dropped stuff, and you have this car basically taking off just like you saw in the intro. Very similar to that. Actually, it is. It's the same clip. Um, so yeah. Um, so yeah. Basically, what you see in this car is the car and has a cross in the back, and is basically driving off, and that's all you really get up to that moment. Now, from what I could, from where I think she's at the moment, I think she's at Terminus. That's basically where I think she is. Now, the car wasn't seen at Terminus when Rick, Carl, Daryl, and Michonne were there. Entered, and same thing when Glenn, Maggie, Bob, Sasha, Eugene, Abraham, and Rosita got there. The car wasn't there. Now it's possible they could have just they could have just picked up some random car, or the areas they were in just didn't contain that car. But I do think there is a bit of evidence. Another thing that does kind of say that she may possibly not be at Terminus is that Beth wasn't hurt in one of those Terminus train cars. If you guys remember, she was not hurt. Now there was this one time when Rick and his group were passing by these train cars, and you heard some people, and it's about 3 people. I think it was like one male, one female, or something like that. 2 males, one female. I don't know. But the female, it didn't sound like Emily Kinney, Beth, the actress who plays her. So you know, but there are other train cars, so it's possible she may be somewhere else within the terminus perimeter. In another train car. Now, the thing I do want to point out the most is that the strategy that was used to lure in Beth and Daryl into the house and up until her kidnapping is pretty similar to the same strategy that led many survivors towards Terminus. And I'm saying that the in the outside appearance, it looks nice, friendly, warming or whatever. It looks nice, and Daryl actually does point that out in the house that it looks nice, a bit too nice. The food here doesn't look dusty. It looks clean, like this is set up. Um, so yeah. And then there's also the fact that, for example, in Terminus, the people, they try to be nice, and they have these like flowers all over the place. It looks pretty nice, you know, until you get to other areas of Terminus and it looks ratchet. But it starts looking nice, and then something goes wrong, and someone gets captured. For example, in the house, it was the zombies start coming in, and then Beth gets captured, and then for Terminus, basically, let's take Rick's group for example, because we don't know what happened to Glenn's group. But Rick's group, for example, what happened to him is, he basically starts a gunfight because he gets a bit suspicious. He wants to know where his people are. Glenn, Maggie, Bob, and Sasha. Or at least Glenn is is what he knew at the very least was there. He wants to know where he is, his people, and it looks nice, and then shit goes to hell. There's a gunfight in Terminus, and then they end up getting captured. Same strategy. It looks nice. Something goes wrong, and then someone or a bunch of people end up getting captured. So that is a pretty interesting strategy. So I do like the fact that it is an interesting strategy, but besides the point. It is an interesting strategy. I also want to point out that the cross, as I said before, there was a cross in the back of the car. So that does kind of hint the fact that this may be a religious person or religious people, depending how many people were in the car besides Beth. And it's also interesting to note that when Rick was in his gunfight, with Carl, Daryl, and Michonne, they entered this one room where there was like a bunch of candles. There's people's names on the floors, and it looked kind of religious, like used for religious purposes or ritual of some sort. So it is also interesting to point out. So yeah. Now there has been some hinting that the people at Terminus may be a TV version of the cannibals, the hunters. As I just said 2 seconds ago, the cannibals, eat people. So as to whether she's alive or dead, I honestly don't know. But if she's alive, she may be one of the train carts, and if she's dead, well, she may either be one of the train carts or she may be somewhere else with missing a limb or two. Yeah. And if she's dead, well, barbecue Beth. That's all I can really say. Now, this isn't to say that this isn't to say that she is at Terminus. I mean, I could be wrong, and she could be somewhere completely different, because the Walking Dead TV show is known for having its twists and turns. You didn't necessarily believe one thing and then something else actually happens. So that could happen. So I'm not saying I'm completely right, but this is just my belief, as to what may have possibly happened or occurred to Beth. I believe that she was taken to Terminus, and she was taken to Terminus at the very least. As to whether she's dead or not, I really can't comment on that because I really don't see that much evidence. But honestly, I think at the very least, she was kidnapped by someone from Terminus and is sent to Terminus. So yeah, that's basically it for this Walking Dead discussion topic. So yeah, as I said before, annotation over there for those who want to check out my previous video on who I thought possibly kidnapped Beth. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. Remember to subscribe. I do other Walking Dead discussion topics. I also do other discussion topics such as for movies. And besides, I also review movies, TV shows, and comics. So definitely stay tuned for that. I did try out something new in this video, and that was an intro. As you probably noticed, it was the scene that I was talking about previously, with Daryl kind of running out of the house and then Beth getting taken. So yeah, what are your thoughts on me using intros? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Something new. Trying to upgrade the channel a little bit. So, give your thoughts out on the intros, and what are your thoughts on Beth? Do you think she's alive or dead, and what do you think happened to her? Comment all that down below, and besides that, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. Remember to thumb up this video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. I said that twice. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. This is Daniel Mart signing off.